had quite a bit of time. Okay. And go. Whoop. Okay, let's see where the spawn is. That's reasonable, actually. That's pretty good. We generally want to be next to this coral tube. So I'm going to try and find myself some limestone to start with. Hopefully we get some. Generally, these spawns are a little bit shaky for starting resources. The first 2 limestone always going to be 1 titanium and 1 copper. And with that and a couple mushrooms, which I have forgotten to pick up, there we go, we can make ourselves a scanner. So this is the first goal. The first section is just gathering a lot of tools that I'm going to use for the rest of the run. And then we're going to use those to get a lot of resources. So first the scanner. Whoop. You can actually leave when stuff's building, which is fantastic, and then we're going to head over to a wreck to grab ourselves some sea glide fragments. We're on top of the water because it is slightly faster, and going to a wreck because it's the most likely place a sea glide will spawn. It can be a little bit confusing swimming on top of the water like this. However, if you're above the green water, you're above a forest. If you're above blue water, you're above the safe shallow. So we're currently above green water. That means we're above the forest. There you go. And over to a wreck. It's going to be about 33% faster to swim on top of the water like this. But as soon as we get the sea glide, we stop doing this. It actually gets slower. Okay, I'm a little bit too far left. Okay, so I'm looking for some sea glide fragments. They're in a little box like this one. We've got 1, which is all right. It means we have to go to a backup wreck, which is unfortunate. Ideally, we'd get both here, and I could move on with my life. But here we are. You will notice that these boxes have a little burn mark on the top. That's how you're going to notice them from far away. Very, very useful. So thankfully, ooh, we might actually have a random spawn here. So as I said, it's more likely for them to spawn at a wreck. However, stuff like this can happen. It can spawn anywhere in the safe shallows and areas around. So we're all good there. Fantastic. What's my mushroom count? My mushroom count is 2. I need 4 in total right now. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up a couple here on my way through. Oh boy, I forgot to unbind that. I'm just going to quickly do some rebinding of the keys. Let's go and do this to this. There you go. Don't want that. Fantastic. That's going to be very, very confusing if that keeps being, if that stays bound. I'm going to swap tools a lot. We've got 1 dog, 2 dog, maybe even 2.5 dog over there. It's fantastic. So those dogs are going to be very relevant in a little while, but for now I'm just keeping track of them. So I'm going to go through this coral tube and grab myself a lot of resources. You'll notice I am breaking these rocks a little bit faster than normal. That's because you bind the scroll wheel to one of the action keys, and each scroll counts as multiple inputs of that action, which is pretty fantastic. Because normally you need to click 4 times to break these rocks and grab the amp inside, but I can just scroll once. You do need to be playing at least 30 FPS. And you want to scroll slowly, not quickly. Scrolling quickly actually makes it worse. At home, I've got a free scroll mouse, and it's absolutely awful. There we go. So we're trying to do some sort of helix motion to get all of those in. Depending on the resource spawns, it can be a little bit awkward, but it was all right there. Back on top of the water, save those seconds, back to base, and we'll make some more tools. So I'm making the knife, the O2 tank, and the sea glide here. I'm holding down the sprint key to keep this menu open. Very, very useful for this whole run. I need 5 metal right now. I've only got 3. But I do have a metal salvage, so we're all good in that case. Fantastic. Making some glass for later. And then the knife. O2 tank. And the sea glide. Fantastic. Okay. Gonna dump all of these in here. I've got 4 and 2, that is 6. That is 8, actually, because maths. I'm gonna go inside this cave, grab myself a lot of resources. I need 70 to 21 quartz, I need 2 silver, 2 gold, and I need 3 table coral, and as much limestone as I can carry. So that is 10 quartz right now. 11, 12, 13, 1 gold, 1 silver, not bad. Desperately trying to turn this light off. 14, 15, 16. The light does actually drain a bit more power, so you want to have it off as much as possible. Grabbing 3 table coral here, 1 and 2 and 3. And heading into another low ceiling cave. So the sandstone I'm going for is always in this position. trying not to die to these crash fish. These three here, they're always in this position. Same with the three in the previous cave. The rest of the resources in here are randomly spawning. They're all tier 1 being quartz and limestone. The tier 2 is a little bit harder to find in these locations, but thankfully with a spawn like this, which is actually pretty reasonable, we're very close to a geyser which is going to have a lot of tier 2 resources, and that is the sandstone again. So again, we're going to make our next set of tools here. Well, the final tool of this sort of section, the habitat builder. Fantastic. And a couple more glass. Again, holding down the sprint key, very, very useful. I'm going to grab all of these. I'm a little bit low on resources, which is a bit of a shame. I'm going to see if we can find ourselves some metal salvage near my base. We got one there, that's great. So I'm going to make myself a base with a hatch and a solar panel. Nope, there you go. Oh, achievements, fantastic. And then I'm going to fill my base full of water, because I am a creature of the sea, and I do want to swim all the time. So to do so, I'm going to make 2 additional glass compartments, 3 additional metal ones, and we're going to try not to die to this cow. That's a shame. We didn't lose any resources, though, because the last time I was in a base, I had all the resources I had currently. So I'm just going to get to keep everything. Cow's in a little bit annoying place. Buddies, stop. And I don't have any of the metal I need. That's fine. We're just going to go grab some. Because I don't have anything, I'm going to grab 2. Because I need to make 3 more metal compartments, and that's going to be 6 titanium. And each one of those metal salvage I pick up is 4, so we're all good there. We actually have enough power in here, fantastic. What's the time I'm currently at? Anyone know? No? And 1. It's probably before 9, I imagine. And this position a little bit awkward, that's fine. Go inside, make myself the final 2 glass to finish off this base. This, okay. And 2. Oh boy. So that's going to start it flooding, and while it's flooding, I'm going to go out for a little stroll. So I need 4 mushrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9 table coral. We'll start that off now. We're going to be needing a lot more resources, but this is just, while I'm waiting for the base to flood, I need to be doing something with my time. So that should be 6, yes. 7, 8, and 9. Fantastic. I should have enough time to grab a few extras from around. I'm going to grab this, and there's always another 2 sandstone in this little cave here. 1 and 2. I don't need the fish, thank you very much. Again, really need to stop turning on this light. I'm going to take a little bit longer to flood because this positioning is not how I wanted it to be. I wanted an extra one of the metal ones on this one, but here we are. Okay. Finish these lockers. Oh, we're flooding now. That's fantastic. Yeah, no, I don't need any of these. This is my late game locker. It's going to have some lead in, and this is my early game locker. It's going to have everything else. I don't need any of these right now. I'm just going to go on a little journey. So I've just activated a glitch. If you're in a base when it floods, the game thinks you're both swimming and walking at the same time, so it puts those 2 speeds together. Pretty fantastic for in this game because you get to go very, very fast. So now I need some teeth. Every time a dog picks up a piece of metal, there's a chance to drop a tooth. That chance is between 15 and 70% or thereabouts. And I need 4 right now. I'm going to try and avoid cutting these dogs, but I also want to do a little bit of shopping while I'm here. So 2 of these and 4 fruit. There we go. And hopefully grab myself some mobile vehicle bays dotted around here. I'm going to need 3 of them by the end of this section. So we got 1 tooth. That's pretty good going. So as I said, 15 to 70% chance every time these guys pick up a piece of metal, which can result in some very long waiting times during this section. But hopefully these guys are going to behave. I've got 2 space for... oh, wow. All 3 mobile vehicle bays. That's fantastic. I don't need to worry about that any later. Okay, dogs. Now's your time to shine. You didn't do very well last time. So, there's various different ways of trying to achieve this. All of them essentially come down to waiting for these dogs to pick up the metal enough times. You can actually manipulate the positions of these dogs. Come on, fight me then. And if you knife them or damage them in any way, they're going to swim towards 0, 0, 0. And if your base is between where you knife them and 0, 0, 0, they're going to go towards your base, which is very, very nice. So you can have them picking up metal while you're doing other things. This is, oh wow, is that all 4? That's fantastic. I prepared to be talking for a very long time during that section, but all good. Fantastic. Oh boy. Okay. So, yeah, that's fine. Do I have a spare silver anywhere? Spare silver would be fantastic. I do. Awesome. I need to deconstruct these windows. Make another lubricant. Okay, what do I got? 1 more lubricant and then another one of the silicon rubber. I need to take off my O2 tank and upgrade it. And that's going to be fantastic for some of the later collection sections. Late game items in here, that's all of these. I won't need that for ages. And early game items in here, that's all of these. What's my current count? My current count is short. So I'm going to need 12 copper and 1 quartz. So we're going to head over to the geyser I talked about earlier, which has a lot of tier 2 in. That's the sandstone. So I need 1 quartz and 12 copper, I believe the count was. I also need a lot of sandstone, so I'm going to be picking up as much as I possibly can. So there's 1. Double gold, very nice. So every second I'm near this geyser, I'm going to take a tick of damage. If ever in the main blast, I'm going to take a lot more, so we're going to try and avoid that as much as we possibly can. 3. I'd rather not die during this section. 4. This, just skirt around the outside. 5. Any sandstone on the edges. Just the 1, okay. And off we go. So again, trying to keep my eyes peeled for as many of these resources as possible. There's always 1 in this position, so this should be 6. Another little bonus of Super Sea Gliders, you can rub yourself up against these stingers as much as you like, and they're not going to hurt you, which is absolutely fantastic. Also, the crash fish don't know you're around, so they're going to stay in their little house. All these crash fish. And no. 7. Quite low on copper, which is disappointing. We'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, all the other creatures can see me, so these mesmers are just as annoying as ever. Oh, there we go. Another sandstone. If I can pick it up, fantastic. What's my space like? Pretty much full. Back to base. Hopefully grab myself another limestone on the way. If I could spot one. Is that one? Yes. Give me a copper. Thank you. Okay. So you will notice something is that every time I'm leaving this base, like if I was in here again, I'm going to get oxygen. And that is because the game, if you go through a powered base's door, you're going to gain oxygen. However, there's a caveat to that. If the area you're going into is flooded, you won't get oxygen. So just the outside world isn't flooded, so it's all good. Just has the water all the time. Okay, so what was my count again? I needed... So I need to make this battery, and then I need 5 more. 5 more is fantastic. Yeah, that's fine. As for silver, I've got 8, and gold, I've got 5. Okay. So I'm going to activate a little glitch here because I need a lot of resources. Going to try and do this. There we go. That should work, hopefully. So I've just activated a little glitch. If you're in that life pod, you can open the locker. There's a little animation, and then the PDA opens, and you can access it. However, if you leave before that animation finishes and it opens the PDA, the game gets very confused, doesn't open the PDA, and now next time I open it, no matter where I am, I can access that locker. So that's going to allow me to collect a lot more resources right now. So I believe I need 4 gold, 4 silver, and 5 copper. So I've got 1 copper currently. This is, again, looking around for these things. You're trying to get them at speed. Can be a little bit tricky to spot. So I'm pretty sure I'm at 2 gold, 2 silver. There's 2 gold, 3 silver, and nothing more in here. I already have all of the mobile vehicle bays, so I don't need to pick up any more of these. Ooh, boy. 3 gold, 3 silver. Keeping an eye out for limestone as well. More metal salvage, fantastic. I'm going to do this now. And, okay, we didn't do it. Awkward, very awkward.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I don't need any of this lead, so I can just dump all that. I'm at 4, 5, and no copper, so I don't need any more sandstone. I just want all the... limestone, because I need another 4 in total. So that's 1, 2. Looking for extra gold isn't actually that bad, to be honest, so I'm going to do that as well. I don't really have enough space for any more metal salvage, which is unfortunate. This is sort of the time I'd be gathering a lot. And back to base. It's even daytime, so I don't have to go back up to the locker. Fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to make a lot of items right now, hopefully. I've got most stuff. I don't have the copper. I can get that later. That's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some titanium ingots, sorry. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to deconstruct my base. Making titanium ingots takes a little while, and we want to make sure we're using all of the crafting time wisely. Oh, these cows again. Why are you so close to my house? So rude. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all but 4 of the silver and start making some wiring kits. I'm going to grab all but 1 of the gold and make those into computer chips when I've got the table crawl sample. So we're trying to pick up everything while still leaving a space for the item I'm making at the same time. So making all these wiring kits, grabbing the rest of the copper wire that I have in my base. Still some more copper wire, fantastic. I may even be closer than I thought I was to the amount of copper that I need, because this is more than I counted. Interesting. Oh, no, I just made some, I remember. Okay. And spamming the wiring kits. I've picked up everything I need to just spam, click everything, and make the perfect amount. So we end up with 4 wiring kits. Turning these into advanced wiring kits, making myself some enamel glass, but I haven't picked up the teeth. We'll grab those now. Again, using the scroll wheel for this inventory management, very, very useful, and making sure not to drown by leaving every so often. I will need to go upstairs to grab myself some food. It does make you slightly slower if your character's hungry. Most of the time that's not going to matter because we're just going to die, but at this point in time it does. Okay, I need to make the rebreather. Fantastic. So all of these are late game items. They can just go in my base. I could die here if I wanted. 3 and... no, we're fine. Health is fine, actually. I can make another ingot. So I've got 4 and something. I'd really like to do the remote storage now. I mean, I've got everything. Yes. I've actually got too many wiring kits. Okay, sure. Okay, so again with the remote storage, I'm going to try and make sure I do this. I'll just click. That's fine. This works. I'm trying to use the scroll wheel to make it sort of smooth, but clicking works just as well, I guess. So I'm at 4 and 2. I need 10 and 7 in total, so I'm going to go and grab a lot of these. That's counting ingots and spare. So that's 4 and 6, 5 and 0. And I did mean to eat stuff, but I might just die instead. Yeah, that's probably better. 5 and 4. 5 and 8. Basically the best... Ooh. Oh dear. Calm down, Subnautica. Calm down. That's a good... Nah, it's fine. 6 and 2. Yeah, might not. I'll just make a few more safety saves every so often, just in case. 6 and 6, 7 and 0. 7 and 4, 7 and 8. And that should be time to dump all these in the locker. It actually worked that time, fantastic. 8 and 2. 8 and 6, checking for more gold. 9 and 0. 9 and 4. 9 and 8, 10 and 2, and 1 more, and I can grab the extra one later. I'm actually full. Sure, that's fine. So 10 and 2. There should be one in my base. I'm pretty sure there's one sort of around this side. We've got this, which sort of counts. We have... Yeah, while I'm making one of the ingots, I can just go out and check. Fantastic. Just making a lot of titanium ingots. I need 10 in total, which is a lot, but we're trying to make everything for the late game right now, right this very second. So I'm going to make this ingot, and while that ingot's making, I'm going to go and find myself a metal salvage. There should be one like over here, because this is a place I haven't checked yet. There you go. Fantastic. Is that a limestone? I'd like a limestone just for an extra 1, so I don't have to risk a later section where I'll probably just get copper and feel sad. There you go, fantastic. So that is 10 and 7, awesome. Are we going to die? We probably should. Yeah, we probably should. Okay, so I need 2 of these, 2 of these. And this should be the perfect amount of metal. Not quite. I may have made... Sure, 1, 2, 3. Stop it. And copper, and all of these. Oh, interesting. I'm still behind. 5, 8, and 4. 8 and 4. Ah, that's because there's stuff inside my base. I remember. Memory is going. Here we go. There's the rest of them. So we're not going to be dying. We're going to be just eating the food and drinking the water in here that we get at the start of the game.
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
Okay. I definitely need this. Get out of here, Flare.
Vital signs.
We're all set. We are all set. So, yep, okay, we are at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's too many. Sure. So I'm going to change the battery on this. I'm going to make myself a power cell. Just double check something. I actually have too many of these. Get out of here. And then make myself a mobile vehicle bay. So now we're going to head over to the Aurora after I reactivate Super Sea Glide. Don't pick up the vehicle bay. Thank you very much. I'm going to learn a little bit about dying. So what I said earlier. Oh boy. I'm just gonna do this now. Just in case. So when you die, you got to keep all your items that you had when you were last in a base, as well as one additional random item. That random item is going to be a metal salvage I pick up in a second, because I'm going to need. I need 11 and 4 essentially, rather than the 10 and 7. And we're also going to go inside the Aurora and get the final blueprint of the game a little bit earlier than normal. We're just going to go through a maintenance hatch that's definitely intended. Don't worry about it. Ooh, hey, a bridge. Probably have enough health for this. I'm going to ignore that engine then. Okay, so this maintenance hatch, definitely intended. It does disappear when the Aurora explodes, as you would expect. And now we're going to crawl through these ventilation shafts, just like in Die Hard or something like that, and find ourselves a prawn bay. So the prawn bay is over here somewhere. Here's a locker room, and here's the prawn bay just over here. I'm going to line myself up with a pipe that pops in, or doesn't pop in and just goes straight up. And I'm in the wrong place, but that's fine. So if you jump with enough force, you're going to go straight through the floor of this section. And we're in. We're going to go to the captain's quarters. The code is, thankfully, always 2679. And we can grab the final blueprint. And jump in this fire to die. Okay. So now we've done all that. I'm going to grab this. And this is where I also save. This is the actual safety save I wanted to make. Okay. Don't pick it up, don't pick it up. Thank you. Gonna dump this in here, and we definitely need this to work. There we go, that's fine. I hope. It doesn't seem to say release mobile vehicle bay, but it's probably worked. Probably worked. If it doesn't, there's a backup, and it's fine. Okay, so we're basically going to do the storyline now and get a lot of resources that you can't find anywhere near your base. So in the safe shallows. First of all, I'm going to need this plant for later. And then we're going to head over to the mountain islands. We're going to start seeing the scary beasties. Just a little stroll along this cliff. So I've got some underwater landmarks I'm using to get to this location. If you're new to the game, you can look at the aurora, look left, there's a cloud. That cloud is always in the same position, and it will lead you to this mountain island. So I'm looking for some blueprints, some shale. So there's a shale, fantastic. There's a blueprint, also pretty good. And a moon pool, and another engine. Very nice game, thank you. Probably means I'm not going to have to go scrounge around in the dark, which is what we like. Another shell. There's probably is going to become nighttime very soon. If my estimate on how the time is going is right. I would like to pick up a fish here to show off. Let's see if I can find a fish. Ooh. No, okay, well, we'll just pick up the tablet and we'll be fine. So I'm going to need the tablet later, because I'm just going to rub it across my face because there's not a lot to do. It slows your movement speed down quite a lot. And I'm going to now pick up a lot of items. Hopefully a lot of lithium and not a lot of diamonds. So there's generally going to be some lithium dotted around this area. Some, he says. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess that's it. Sure, thank you. I'm going to make myself a base. With a hatch. And a solar panel. And I'm just doing this to get items out of my inventory, don't worry about it. I'm sure it won't be relevant. And this is the moment of truth. Have I done it correctly? Thank you. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to dump these. No, I do need one of those. Get out of here, you guys, though. And then close that, open it again. Dump this, dump this, dump this, and dump this. And I'm on my way. So I need one more moon pool, one more engine to get going on this game, and I could pick up some lithium. I mean, I'm only at 4, so we're gonna be in for a run time at the end of this run anyway. But that's magnetite. Okay, here's the final engine fragment, and there's the final moon pool. All good, and it's still daytime, which is quite surprising. I wonder what time this is. Okay, one more of these, and we'll head on over. So we're going to go sailing past Mabel. Mabel is the friendly inhabitant of this area. Hopefully she doesn't scream at me, or I'll get real spooked. Oh no, that is the wood. Don't, get out of the way. Please don't turn this direction. We are slightly faster than Mabel and others of her kind. But if she's in the right position and I end up just running into her face, it's bad times for me. The worst is when I'm going up here to get air, because I'm going to be doing another section of sort of large underwater exploration. She can just sort of nudge me above the water. That's going to lose this speed glitch that I've created, where the game thinks I'm both swimming and walking. And then I basically just have to die, redo it, and come back again. So we're going to head into the Lost River now. Not a lot to do here, just avoiding these shoals of fish. They're essentially moving walls, so if we run into any of them, we're going to lose a little bit of time. And admiring the wonderful landscape. Okay, I'm pretty sure everything's fine. I need one more ghost. One more plant over here, this ghost weed. There we go, popped in just now. Awesome. Good. Okay. So now we're doing the lava zone section of this run. We're going to go straight down here. We're going to say out of Casper, the friendliest ghost Leviathan. Sometimes Casper says hi back. Sometimes. Come on, Casper. Don't be rude. Wow. Oh, there we go. Hi to you too, Casper. We're going to look for some nickel. Nickel is a tiny little rock, and it likes to play hide and seek. I need 3 of them in total. And you play this game for long enough, everything starts looking like nickel. The floor, the fish, the bubbles the fish give off, the shale. Pretty much everything you can think of, that looks like nickel. And nickel doesn't look anything like nickel. It looks like a potato. I don't know. We'll see if we can actually find any. We're trying to do it at speed, obviously, which can be a little bit trickier, because this game does suffer from a bit of pop-in. It is not the most optimized game, as you've already witnessed. Come on, nickel. Don't make me go around the whole of... There's one. Don't make me go around the whole of the lava zone for you. No, that's just the floor. And 1. Okay, so I'm going to have a little explore. And I'm going to build myself a moon pool here. And hopefully do this quick enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lose Super Sea Glide, because you can't take damage on lava if you have Super Sea Glide. Then I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to respawn quick enough that the base hasn't flooded yet. At this depth, it takes about 7 seconds to flood, or thereabouts. And we're going to dodge this ladder, hopefully. Ah, that was real bad. Do I still have Super Sea Glide? No? Oh, we're just going to straight up die. Fantastic. Awesome. I'll have to redo that, that's fine. We don't have to do the death, we just have to do this, take some damage on the lava. I need to be at about... I'm going to do this a little bit more carefully. There you go. That's about right. And wait for this to flood again. To get Super Sea Glide. There we go. Fantastic. And we'll head on. So I'm doing that because I'm intending to die in a section and respawn back at that moon pool. Building these moon pools down here, they're essentially mobile spawn points. And that's pretty fantastic for this section. Means I can do this on Sea Glide alone. So now I need 4 sulfur, 4 crystals. I don't need the sulfur right now, but I do need the crystals. So that's 1 crystal, 2 sulfur, 2 crystal, 2 sulfur. And the if I was lucky, the Kyanite would all be in that cave, but I'm going to have to go a little bit further. Which is fine. I didn't think I took as much damage as I should have done from that lava. So that's 4 Kyanite, 3 sulfur, which is a fine amount. We're going to do a big jump here to hopefully take some damage. Okay, never mind. We'll do a big jump over here instead. That's fine. Oop. Ah, not quite. We're going to have to do probably 2 jumps on this health. So another thing about dying, if you die on one of these bases and the base doesn't have any water in it, you're going to keep all the items you have. So all those Kyanite I just picked up, I'm going to get to keep. And I came here to get that cube, for one, and this blueprint set over here. So I'm going to definitely have to do 2 jumps. Unfortunate, but... Okay, that's fine. Please don't land on the pillar. There we go, perfect. And we'll respawn back in that moon pool. And this is where another safety save is going to happen. Because if I mess this up, it's real bad. Well, it's not real bad. I just have to do the backup, and please save. Thank you. Subnautica can be a reasonably scary game to run. It does enjoy crashing. So I need 1 more sulfur. I'm going to dump both of these lead because I don't need them anymore. There's the sulfur. Fantastic. And we're going to do something special and hope it works. I'm going to do something called a panda clip, or a sort of more general term is a mobile vehicle bay clip, and that's why I have this mobile vehicle bay here. So I'm going to find a little nub in the ceiling, hopefully. No, I missed it. There it is. This nub. Go up to this, spam back until I'm in the correct position, about there, and deploy, and hopefully that's going to... Nope, okay, that's fine. Do it again. That's better. Ah, it's going to... Okay. Do I have enough time to do this? 84 is just enough. Fantastic. We'll just do the backup, that's fine. I'm going to leave the mobile vehicle bay there. I don't need it. I can find a wild one later. Having a little bit of trouble with the... Yeah, okay, that's fine. So this is the backup. You just sort of spam jump here, and you're going to go straight through this. You want to jump out again so you're swimming, and then we can go straight through the aquarium. If you don't jump out to start swimming, you're going to just fall. You're not even going to die, you're just going to wait there and have to die of starvation, which is one of the reasons we do this save. The other save is if I wanted to retry that. If I didn't choose to do the backup at that mobile vehicle base step, I would have to resave. So this is going to be a little bit slower than we want because I have done the lead. Huh? Oh, I am short nickel. There we go. Safety save. Thank you very much. So we get another chance at it. I guess. Awesome. And Subnautica does take a little bit longer to load if you're loading a save, unfortunately. But this is why we did the safety saves.
Chat reminded me about the nickel.
Thanks, chat.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Okay, there we go. So I'm going to leave this mobile vehicle bay now, and we're going to have a little wander. And because if you set keyboard bindings in the game, it doesn't carry over for some reason. I'm going to have to redo that. There we go. So there is one nickel, and I need to find a second.
Drive core may result in a point of detonation. Continuing to monitor.
You do need 3, and it is very frustrating because while it does spawn here, it's not a common spawn. There are areas where it's more common, but they're so far out of our way that this is the best solution. I just actually have to find some. I guess I can pick up the sulfur as well, seeing as I still need that one after loading again. We're going to do a full loop. Could do a full loop. That's exciting. Ah, there's a nickel. Back I go. Okay. And then I'm going to need to die again to get all the oxygen back. Awesome. Okay. So again, hopping into this and then dying means I'm gonna hop into this and deconstruct it because I want to lose Super Sea Glide to die easier. Hop back in, lose Super Sea Glide, and then die again. And then we can wait until it floods this time rather than trying to leave quick enough. And that's going to mean I'm going to get it back and we can try once again. I guess I'll save again now. Why not? Why not? Okay, fantastic. So Super Sea Glide, deconstruct this. If I have the space for everything, I guess I don't even need to dump anything right now. And that's going to make the backup better. Okay, so we're going to try again. This time I have everything. Good stuff. And we're going to try once more to do this clip. So rub my face against this, go back far enough until about here, and deploy. And no, this is not going to work, buddy. Unfortunately, this is one of the harder tricks, and it is quite far into the game. This should be right. Oh, let me climb you. Let me climb you. Fantastic. There we go. Now we can clip out of bounds. So this is going to skip that cutscene I started earlier. As long as I'm going the right way. Perfect. So the mobile vehicle bay clip is when you put the mobile vehicle bay close enough to the ceiling and in a specific position where it doesn't clip back out of the ceiling again. It does not like being that close. So you have to stand in a certain position where you're blocking its only other exit. So that's specifically called a Panda clip because someone called Panda helped me a lot with the positioning there. Still quite tricky to get, but definitely more consistent than a lot of the other attempts we've had. Okay, so we're going to just go straight through here, grab ourselves this cube, and this is where I want to dump that lead because I don't want it anymore. This was if this didn't work.
Patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown.
Grab this sea crown and be on our way. So she's very confused now. She's waiting for someone to come in the door, and we didn't do that. I need to activate this for later. And we're going to leave. Now, normally you need to wait for this nice lady to blow the sand away, but because we have Super Sea Glide, we can slightly clip through absolutely everything. So we can slightly clip through that sand, see the pedestal, and put the cube inside. This is going to let us use the portal, and we'll find a base that someone made for us. Some kind soul.
Reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give
so I'm going to need to carry all of these items, this and this and this and this. Thank you. Back in this lovely base. Make myself a fabricator. And the hatching enzymes. I'm going to deconstruct this for the gold, because I'm going to need that later. And I'm going to leave, then deconstruct this hatch. Perfect. Now we're going to head in and hatch the babies. Some more portal loading times. Can take a little while. Again, Subnautica, since early access, has had some issues with pop-in and loading. We would hope stuff would be fixed by now, but it's still like a fantastic game. Definitely would recommend it. Just be aware that this stuff like this can happen. So I've just hatched the babies. And while there is an animation where you can watch them hatch, they're already outside. They can teleport immediately. They're just that good. And so we can immediately get cured. I was looking to try and pick up a fish because we can do something quite funny here, but no fish was willing. So we'll just wash our hands in this soap. The babies aren't even here. I think they've just left. I don't know what causes them to be here or not, but it's sort of 50-50, I guess. But there's always this cure here. This cure is always spawns in this position every time you're leaving. And this bite is very ambitious. I'm in a cutscene, you can't do nothing. Okay, so I'm going to take off my O2 tank. I don't want any more. And get out of here, Magnetite. I definitely don't want you. And we're going to go turn off a gun that's stopping us from leaving. So, we're also going to learn a little bit more about dying. When you die and the game can't find the last base you're in, for example, you deconstruct the hatch on it, it's just going to spawn you back in the life pod. The life pod is currently over 1,000 meters away, and that's a pretty good teleport. And don't worry about this. This is just a lot of the walls in this area are just advice, so we don't take any of that and go straight through. So just swimming around, finding a little hole in the ceiling over here.
The facility's control room
Whoop.
lies
There you go.
beyond this doorway.
And turn off the gun. And did wash my hands, so it's not annoyed. It won't let you push the button if you're unclean. Okay, so I took off that oxygen tank to die slightly quicker. And before we do, I'm going to grab a couple items. There's a tablet over here I'm going to need for later. And also this cube is down here is pretty useful as well. So I did say you're going to keep one random item when you die. However, you get to keep all of the storyline items in addition to that. So I got to keep both of these. And I'm going to keep this menu open because when I respawn, I'm going to have it open as well. And I can just put this O2 tank on while the screen is fading in. There you go. I'm going to grab the stuff I put in here earlier. That is not a lot of lithium. Oh boy. And okay, so lithium count is 7. Okay, so I want 1 gold and another 7 lithium. That's going to be a little bit tricky, but we'll give it a go. I'm going to head over to the sparse reef now, get some more items. And again, I've got some underwater landmarks I'm following to find my way. If you're new to the game, you can look at the aurora, look right, you'll find a cloud, and follow that, and you'll head in the sort of right direction. So I'm going past this wreck. There's hopefully going to be some salt around here. I need this for later as well. There you are, buddy. And go straight up here. So we're going to find ourselves a friend who spawns just there. Fantastic. So he is almost above the cave I'm trying to get to. So I'm going to go slightly past him. And then straight down. And that's going to get us to the cave I'm trying to get to, this thing. So I need to get 2 rubies, 2 sulfur, these 2 gel sacks, sorry, at least 1 gold, and this 7 lithium. So there's 1 gold. Well, that is gold. Fantastic. 1 lithium. I'm probably going to have to be... I'm going to have to go out for extra air. 2... You can find some lithium on the floor here. Hopefully we get real lucky and find a lot. There's 3... And I haven't got the gel sacks yet. Or got both the rubies. There's the gel sacks. No... Ideally, all you would do here is be looking for, say, 2 to 4 lithium. Looking for 7 is a lot. There is a time capsule there. That's a different category. So, we've separated the time capsule category. So if you pick up a time capsule, you are in a different category. That is because if, for some reason, someone's put in a lot of late game items into the time capsule, that completely changes the run. I'm at 5 now. Ooh, grim. Diamonds that I don't want. That's a creature egg. Good stuff. There is another place I can go for shale later on. If this is really gonna not work. Gold. Okay, here's a bit of shale. 6. Some diamonds. Some more diamonds. You will never use a single diamond throughout the whole run. So, of course, we're going to pick up as many as we can. And hopefully some stuff down here. No more gold. And there's the 7th. Fantastic. I'm going to have to go out for air, which is unfortunate, but ideally you'd do this in one go. So we'll go straight up. And grab ourselves a lot of air, because I've got a bit more to do over here. I've got to grab the rest of the Cyclops. So we'll grab all the air, because if I'm unlucky, this could also take a little while. So I'm going to find this wreck I just passed, and that's going to lead me towards the next cave. This thing here. I'm actually going to do some battery switching, because I'm a little bit worried if we're going to be here a while, that battery on the sea light isn't going to last. So I'm going to go down to this little cave here, and use the tablet I picked up earlier. Hopefully I still have. Fantastic. And I need 3 cubes from here. I need 4 cubes in total, but I already picked up 1 from the gun, so I'm only going to grab 3. The other 3 can be for the next guy. Left then right then left again is going to get me out of this into my next quarry. This wreck. Okay, so I'm going to do a little magic trick here, because I'm not a fan of this wreck. Hopefully I've got the metal. I do. Fantastic. So I'm just going to make it disappear. Goodbye. And now I need 2 more bridge and 3 hull, and that's going to be the last of the Cyclops pieces. So the game now, the walls aren't really here, but the lighting still thinks it is. So if you go inside, it does get a little bit darker. So I'm going to try and avoid that, because I still want to be able to move. And I didn't pick up another fish again. Can't do the glorious 2-second fish skip. We'll just pick this up normally. There's the full Cyclops. Fantastic. No bamboozle from the wreck today. So I need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. I think that's 3. I'm going to pick up another one just in case, because I don't want to have to come back here again. I'm going to make myself a little base with a hatch. No solar panel this time. And going inside, this is going to save my inventory. As I said, you get to keep, when you die, you get to keep all the items you had when you were last in the base, so this counts. And then I'm just going to kill myself on these mushrooms, because now I want to go back to the life pod. I'm done here. Fantastic. So next is a huge crafting section for every single final piece. Okay, thank you, land. Glad you're back. That would have been a bit weird. I mean, I only need the base, so the land doesn't really need to spawn anymore. But, okay. And, ooh, yep, that's fine. I'm going to grab all of these and make myself a lot more items. Polyaniline. Fantastic. Lots of gold. Love it. Some plasteel. I could, yeah, maybe we do a final safety save here. I've been very worried about Subnautica has been having some issues today. No crashes yet, which I'm quite pleased with, but have I picked up all the silver? I don't know. I didn't. Okay. Sure, I need to pick up more ingots. I don't know where I put them. I think I put them in the other locker. Yeah, I did. Come here, you. Come here. Ion batteries. I'm going to need to pick up the iron cube that I got earlier. Where are you, iron cube? There you are. Fantastic. And we're going to make another ion battery. Grab myself some of the silicon rubber so I can turn them into power cells. And with this spawn, I'm going to do just 2 runs rather than remote storage here. Oh no, I can do remote storage, it's fine, it's slightly more flashy. Grab all these, and all these, and grab these as well. Okay. I'm going to head up to the base, and we're going to do a couple trips here to set up remote storage for this final section. Dump. I need to keep a couple things. I'm going to dump all of you. The diamonds can stay in there forever, I guess. And dump all of you, and sure, all of you. Why not? This stuff here, and that'll do. That'll probably do. Grab myself 7 of these. Dump the gold. Grab all of these. Okay, we're going to go back up again. Activate remote storage, then back down, reactivate Super Sea Glide, and finally be on our way. So, boop, boop. Fantastic, so that's the remote storage glitch activated again. Go inside, deconstruct this, reconstruct this, that's going to activate our Sea Glide again, and head on over. So I've heard rumor of a breeding pair of wild mobile vehicle bays, so I'm going to try and sneak up on one and capture. I wonder if you guys can spot it before I do. Oh, there, oh, we're just going to quietly What a majestic creature. Fantastic. And we're going to use this to craft ourselves a rocket. I'm going to lose Super Sea Glide there because the Mobile Vehicle Bay does get a little bit scared of Super Sea Glide. It tends to fly away. So I'm going to build the rocket. So of course, this Vehicle Bay is not a wild Mobile Vehicle Bay. Those were all killed about 2 years ago, hunted to extinction. This is the same Mobile Vehicle Bay I left earlier. I'm going to grab all these now. So in a lot of open world games, Subnautica is being no exception. They render stuff that's close to you, but not stuff that's far away. However, there are a couple exceptions to this, and one of them is the Mobile Vehicle Bay. So when we leave the Mobile Vehicle Bay, that Mobile Vehicle Bay always exists, however, the land around it doesn't. So when we leave, the land around it disappears, the Mobile Vehicle Bay just floats all the way up to the surface, and that happens to be the lava zone bit we left it in, happens to be right below this bit of the safe shallows. Okay. So I'm just making the final parts of the rocket now, as well as this Cyclops. We're going to time this hopefully right. It's a little bit off, because normally we do this in a slightly different order. We're trying to sort of juggle crafting, so we're never wasting a crafting section. This is the one point in the game where you can't actually use the scroll wheel. I have to stand still and click normally. The scroll wheel just does straight up doesn't work. It's also really inconvenient using it in the crafting menu. So having the normal left and right click bound as well as the scroll wheel is very useful. So while that's crafting, I'm going to go in... please let me in. We'll just go to the end. Okay. Okay, you win, Cyclops, and go inside this. So I made this for one reason and one reason only, as that is because I need the Cyclops shield generator to make the rocket. So we're going to go inside here, we're going to grab ourselves a power cell, which I don't know how it got any, because I didn't give it any. And that's going to make itself a power cell. Fantastic, you can be anywhere inside the Cyclops and pick that up, so we ran away from there. And now all we have to do is click a few buttons, and we're done. So we should have all of the irons, and probably some random extra ones. Oh no, I just have a wiring kit. I mean, I guess we can leave that. That's fine. Whoop. The final section. And there you go. So we're going to head on in to the rocket, flip a couple switches, and sit in a chair. And when I sit in the chair, that is time. And I'm not going to rub my face on this elevator. Occasionally, some of the physics in this game can get a little bit confused. If you rub yourself up against this elevator, sometimes you fly into space, and that can lose you a lot of time. Mostly waiting to come down again. So I'm going to flip 3 of these. And head up the slowest ladder in the game.
Pressurizing hydraulics.
So I'm going to get to the top of this, and you only actually have to activate 2 of these. You don't actually need to send a time capsule to leave. But we're going to write a little quick one. And I'd planned to have... We'll have a really bad screenshot. There we go. I had planned to have some better items, but I just forgot to pick them up from the left one. I'm going to send tons of diamonds. Okay.
All systems are go from the top.
So I'll send this awful screenshot. Fantastic. Select. We're going to put just all this nonsense in. There you go. Greetings from QuickCade. Beautiful. There we go.
Time capsule ready.
And time. Awesome. 53-51, that's not bad. That's not bad. But some of the stuff that happened in this, definitely not. Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the run.
10,
and continue watching QuickCade for some more fantastic runs.
7, 6, 5.